Alright guys, Sunny here, Gandhiji.io. Shout out to Mina K from the community who asked me to explain a little bit about proof of weak hands and how we are similar and what differences there are between Gandhiji and the proof of weak hands contract. So first of all, thanks very much for your question. Simply put, the two changes that were made to the proof of weak hands smart contract were, one, the ambassador function was removed, and two, the administrator was removed, or the administrator functions were made to be uncallable within the contract. So ultimately what that means is there are no ambassadors, which are no early entrants or pre-mines to the contract, and secondly, there's no ambassador who can ever change anything within the code, anything within the contract, or that can change the way that the contract's running or moving forward, which is important, because I'd like to go through with you guys what happened here with proof of weak hands. Now, I want to point out this is not the Gandhiji.io chart. This is the proof of weak hands chart that we're talking about here at the moment. So I'd just like to kind of go through their journey and see, you know, what we can see from the life of that contract, bearing in mind that our contract functions in exactly the same way. There is no other change to the smart contract in functionality between proof of weak hands and the Gandhiji smart contract. So you can see here for a while proof of weak hands. Now the number you can see there in blue is the Ethereum balance at the time. So these guys floated around a few hundred Ethereum for around 2 weeks. If I remember correctly, this period was around 2 weeks before they started to see any real kind of growth. And when they saw this growth, it's important to note, at this point, at this time in history, just around here, there was no mention of FOMO 3D. There was no mention of any future requirements of games, any future requirement of new code. Everything was about the contract that they had at this time. And they did, to be honest with you, they fell in love with the dream of what the proof of weak hands math could be at this point. And it led to a rise ultimately up to, it says 17.89k. At this point, there was a DDoS attack on the website, and you know, funds started to drop straight away. Some people say that a few big people cashed out here, and you know, other things went on. But this is where I believe the project manager should have stepped in for proof of weak hands and stepped back and reassured everybody that the contract was safe. The Ethereum was safe. Even though the site had suffered a DDoS attack, it was irrelevant to the Ethereum or the safety of the project. That could have been a nice way to project this contract to continue moving in an upwards direction. But the devs over at Proof of Weak Hands decided around here to announce that they are, or sorry, no, it was around here, right down in this little dip here. This was when they announced that they're going to come out with FOMO 3D. And that's going to be even better. You need to wait for that. And they had traffic lights in their imagery, which to me was a perfect indication to say stop buying P3D. And you can see what happened then for foreseeable future. And this was a period of 2 months from around here to this part, from this part to this part, where P3D flatlined. They put the brakes on proof of weak hands in anticipation for FOMO 3D. So all this growth, you could feel it building this period of time. Everybody that wanted to buy P3D, more and more people to get in to hear about the project, but everybody was just told to wait for FOMO 3D. FOMO 3D comes out, boom. This is proof of weak hands chart, not FOMO 3D chart. But still, the money came into proof of weak hands. Now, it's your choice to look at FOMO 3D how you see it. I see it as a big Ponzi scheme where these people here made money and then these people here lost. It's you know, that's down to you to do your own research and see. I'm not trying to diss, you know, anybody. I'm just stating facts. And then since then, now they've been waiting, and as they were at this point and they were told, no, look, we need to wait for the game, they've set themselves in motion now that no, we're going to be waiting, and they believe the next pump that's going to come is going to be even bigger. So that's their way of running things, but that's a pump and dump. I don't see that contracts work that way. Let's jump over to our contract. There's a lot of them, isn't there? Sort by balance, all around here then. There we go. See, that looks a lot healthier to me. Then we might not have the numbers yet, but the way we are growing and what we're doing, yeah, this dirty section here, this was where through Discord, UK and America tried to do what they do and bring a pump and dump into our contract. But we were resilient, we fought back, and we grow stronger every day. Now, there's people that bought, including myself, tokens in this area from when we were at 0 all the way up to 20, 30 Ethereum. We spiked and they came back down. So these people here, they bought very cheap, then took dividends all the way up, took dividends down here, took dividends up there, took dividends down there. Now the people that have been holding, as we went down here through this point, we took dividends on that drop, and then we ate dividends on the way back up here as well. Then we waited and slowly ate a few little bit of dividends as we dropped down here, and then we've been eating more dividends and coming up slowly. You know, there've been periods of waiting, but we've not been in decline. We've been waiting and something happens and we grow stronger and we eat dividends, and we wait and something happens and we grow stronger and we eat dividends. And soon, when people start to realize the truth about this project, that it's not a scam, that other people look at this smart contract or a version of this smart contract and invest millions and millions of dollars because of the power behind the mathematics within this contract. I think India is well suited to show our strength, and 100% in my mind, there is no reason we cannot beat 86,000 Ethereum, which was proof of weak hands all-time high. We're currently at 135 Ethereum in the contract. I know India, I know us. When we get on board, we will smash 86,000 Ethereum. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.